What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Crush here. And today, I want to talk to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's got nothing to do with me. Today, it's got nothing to do with your boss. It has everything to do with you. And I want to dispel a myth that I hear a lot about. I hear a lot of people saying that I make $20 an hour. And they go and they tell their friends and they tell them, I make $20 an hour. And they are just excited and ecstatic just to be there. Like they go to work and they're just there making $20 an hour just by being there. But no, that's not actually what's happening. You're getting paid $20 an hour because your company believes that you can put $20 worth of value in an hour. So if your job didn't believe that you could actually be adding $20 of value to that hour, you wouldn't be making that money. But there's a flip side to that. The reason why you're not making $25 an hour is because you're not putting $25 worth of value into a 60-minute time frame. So the question is, what is your value? What is your value? For example, I make $1,000 an hour to go speak at a company. And I think that's very valuable because when I go out there to speak to an organization, I go and I teach them how to be better employees, how to use better customer service or whatever case may be. Or when I'm talking to their clients and how to teach them how to be entrepreneurs, the company brings me in because they know that I have the ability to make their company tens of thousands of dollars. And so they're willing to pay me $1,000 an hour to come and speak. Now, I'm able to put $1,000 worth of value into 1 hour. Now, my mentor, David, he has been able to charge 20 to as much as 50,000 for that same hour. For the same amount of time, he's able to charge $50,000 for the same hour. I speak, he speaks. I got PowerPoints, he's got PowerPoints. The difference is I'm teaching skills that can make them tens of thousands of dollars. My mentor, David, is teaching them skills that can help inspire their employees to make them millions of dollars. And so their return on it far exceeds the amount that he's charging per hour. So they're willing to pay him $50,000 an hour because they know that he's going to give them that return. He knows that value that he puts in an hour is way more than $50,000. I need to talk to David because he probably needs to charge more, and he probably will be charging more soon. But what I want to say is the difference between us is not that I'm downplaying myself or the things that I do. It's just that I'm working on putting more value in my hour. I put emotional depth in there. He puts emotional depth. I put emotional depth. I'm talking about, I give you highs and lows. I made people cry, but not on the level of my mentor. And so how do you become more valuable? How do you become more valuable? First thing you need to do, you want to analyze your value. Analyze your value. The problem is a lot of people have issues analyzing what they bring to the table. They have a lot of issues with looking internally. And that's the reason why it's easy to point fingers at someone else. It's easy to say it's somebody else's fault. It's easy to say it's my boss's fault. It's easy to say the company's fault. They don't appreciate me. They don't value me. And sometimes that is the case. There has been situations where people go into a job and they take your talents and your gifts and they exploit your talents and gifts. And all you get out of it is a paycheck. And I promise you, there are many of you that are probably here watching this video, I'm talking to you, who are in that situation. But there are a lot of people who have issues with becoming more valuable because they don't want to analyze themselves. They don't want to look at themselves. So you got to analyze yourself. So you have to see, what am I doing and what am I not doing? Where are the areas that I'm weak at? Where am I lacking? Say you're a barber and you charge $30 for a haircut. But you see that there are those professionals, those celebrity barbers that charge $150 to $200 per haircut. What are they doing different from you? What are they doing? Is their marketing? Is it their branding? Is it that they do every haircut with a razor lineup and you have not moved to do every haircut with a razor lineup yet? Are you analyzing yourself and see what areas you are weak at? Where are you missing? So analyze your ability and then go and see where you are lacking and where you need to improve. Second thing you can do, study your space. Study your space. Whatever the area of expertise, whatever business or whatever organization that you are in, whatever field of entrepreneurship that you're going into, are you studying that space? Are you looking at what the professionals are doing, the ones who are making the millions of dollars? Are you looking at what they're doing in their craft? And are you studying them? I suggest that you have at least 3 or 4 people that you should be intensely looking at what they're doing. Identify those people and see what's causing them, what's causing them to make $200 per haircut. Like, see what they are doing, analyze what they are doing, and see what the difference is between what you're doing and what they're doing. See what they are and what they're not, and then on vice versa, see what they're not doing. See what they're not doing and what you can pick up and do to set yourself apart from them. One book, and I don't suggest that you often suggest that you read books in my videos, but I suggest that you always are reading something. But a book that I suggest that you read is Blue Ocean Strategy, and it's by W. Shan Kim. Blue Ocean Strategy, and basically the whole book is talking about how people who come into a market that seems like it's oversaturated, overflooded, and what they do and take it over that market is they look at their competition and see the things that they're not doing and do those things that they're not doing. And that's how they take over the market. They go into an ocean that's red over here because there's so many sharks and blood in the water, and go over to a blue ocean that's clear. Something that they're not doing, something they're not thinking about, and swim in that area. That's where you need to be. And so you study their space. See the things that they are doing, see the things that they're not doing. See the areas that they are missing. And how do you add that to your repertoire? How do you set yourself apart from them. So you're just not another name in the bucket. And then also, third thing you need to do is simple. Become more valuable. Become more valuable. How do you become more valuable? You become more valuable, of course, by number one and number two. Those things are part of becoming more valuable. But you become more valuable by working on your craft. See, the difference between a professional and an amateur is a professional understands that I have to practice 10 times more than I perform the game. An amateur wants to perform 10 times more than they're willing to practice. Are you actually perfecting your craft? Are you actually putting the time in, the work, the dedication that it takes to become a professional in your craft? Or are you just trying to perform every time? Do you study in your craft? If you are a barber, are you studying how to do that half moon on the side? That, like, are you studying how to fade better? Different types of fades. Or are you over there just trying to do random designs and everybody's here? No, are you trying to perfect the simple things, the basic things? Like, are you practicing your craft? What I need you to do is list 10 things, 10 areas in your craft that you are weak at. 10 areas in your profession that you have to get stronger, whatever it is, areas in your business, in your job, whatever that you can become stronger at. And then once a month, pick one of those once a month and work on that all month. That's all you work on. It's just that one thing until you get better at it. That's how you become more valuable. If you are a photographer and you're really good at studio photography, but you're bad at outdoor lighting, for that month, all you're doing is shooting outdoor lighting. That's all you do. You take pictures outside until you become better at that area, until you become more valuable in that area. And then you take your pictures and put them up against the pictures of someone that you have been studying. And you take them and you say, you go to random people and you say, look at these two pictures. And you see this picture of this person who charges $10,000 per shoot. And then look at mine, who I only charge $1,000 per shoot. Ask them who is better. Because the people dictate the market. We don't. The people do. And if they say that yours is better, because they may say that yours is better, that happens all the time. They may be saying that yours is better. Then you know that you perfected that area. You need to go and figure out the next area that you need to move on. You need to move on to the next area because there's still a reason why they're choosing him or her over you. So move to the next area that you're weak at. Because it might not be no longer the outdoor lighting. Now it could just be branding and marketing. Their branding and marketing may be far superior. So next month you're working on branding and marketing. How do I get my name out there more? That could just be your downfall right there in it itself. It could be branding and marketing. And then you spend the next month working on strengthening yourself in branding and marketing. That's how you become more valuable. So the bottom line is, when you become more valuable, simply, you make more money. That's all I have to say for today. I'm Minister Crush. Until next time, peace.